And hi there once again, everybody. Welcome to Trailblazers softball and baseball this week. Rod Zundel here, along with the head coach for the Trailblazer softball team, Randy Simpkins, and junior outfielder Sadie Gardner. We'll talk baseball in just a moment. But first, softball, you guys are on a roll. You won 4 of your last 6. You took 2 of 3 at Abilene Christian last weekend, and you've won 2 of 3 in the last 2 series in WAC play. You got to feel pretty good about where you're going.
Yeah, we do. Obviously, you want to sweep, but winning series that's going to get us where we want to be at the end of the year for sure.
And Sadie Gardner, junior outfielder from Draper, Utah, out to high school, transfer from Snow. Just talk about the progress of your team winning 4 of your last 6 games.
It's been super cool to see everybody work so hard on the field during practice and even off the field. We've been a super close-knit group of girls this year, and it's just been super cool to see each other push each other during practice and then cheer for each other on the field as well when we play.
And you were so close to having a 6-game winning streak because your 2 losses, 1 run at UNLV, and then the last game at Abilene Christian.
Yeah, we're definitely right there for sure. So
yeah, talk about your series with Abilene Christian. What did you do well that you liked?
You know what, we could have done even better, but we swung it well. We had a lot of base runners, and we needed to do that. We timely hitting. We had a ton of base runners, walks. We got their number 1 pitcher out of the game early. Both times we played her, which we knew we were going to have to. We get into their bullpen, and we gave ourselves a chance to win. And pitching was solid.
Yeah.
We didn't finish the last game, but pitching was really good the first day.
And Sadie, you got a lot of extra base hits too, which allowed you to score the runners in scoring position.
Yes.
So talk about what you liked on that weekend series, because again, you've won 2 of 3 of the last 2 weekend series.
It's been super cool to see us be able to string hits together. I think that's definitely something that when we're able to string hits together, we are a super good team, and we can just rack up the runs.
Okay. All right, Sadie.
The other thing that we've done the last 2 weekends really well is we steal bases. Her, obviously, and we have several others that are able to do that. When the opposing coach steps out of the dugout and says, hey, a single doesn't need to be a double because we steal second base on the first pitch, we know we're doing something right.
And especially players like Sadie, you know, you say she runs like a deer.
Oh, she's a 6'2" slapper. She's got to be the country's tallest slapper.
Yeah.
And home to first, 2.7 or under, makes it really, really difficult for the opponent.
Yeah. And as we take a look at the highlights, there's one of your slaps right there. You're third best in batting average on the team, 366. You led the team with 9 stolen bases this year. Right there's one. And then that's easy when you got a player like Sadie to turn a single into a double and getting him into scoring position.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how easy the game comes to her sometimes, because of her, you know, we always call her, you know, kind of a freak of nature because she's able to do some things that other people just don't do because of her size and her speed. The one thing that people don't know about her, she's a really good pitcher.
Yeah.
We had her on the Rapsodo this week, and she's 63 miles an hour with great spin rates and great movement. So that's something that we're going to try to tap into throughout the rest of the year in the offseason and then possibly into next year.
Because you haven't used her, I think, one time. And so, Sadie, do you want to go in the circle more often?
I honestly kind of do. I kind of miss it. I pitched all growing up in travel ball in high school a bit, and it's just super fun to get back into it.
Yeah. All right, those numbers are really good. Third best batting average on the team, 366, 9 stolen bases leading the team. But the one number you're going to like is coming up this summer, right?
Yep.
You're getting married in the offseason.
I am getting married.
And where did you 2 meet?
We met here in St. George at a Bible study. And we met over a year ago. Super fun.
Yeah, and talk about Bible study.
Yeah, Sadie's one of the student leaders of our Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So I'll let her talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we have 5 student leaders. It's super awesome. It's a club on campus, FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and basically we just have a bunch of students that have been coming this year. It's been super awesome. We range anywhere from about 25 to 55 students who come. We hold what we call a huddle. Weekly, every Tuesday night, and we get together, have games, food, share a little message, and have small groups. It's super fun. Just get connected with other athletes who share the same faith beliefs.
Well, if you ever do a testimonial or commercial and say, and I met my husband at Bible study.
Yeah.
All right, so just tell us a little bit about yourself growing up in Draper and your family life and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I grew up with 2 siblings. I'm the oldest of the 3 of us. It's super fun. I grew up always playing sports. I played softball the most, but I did play basketball in high school. I ended up breaking 7 rebound records in basketball.
Well, yeah.
Playing only 3 years. I only played my sophomore, junior, senior year.
Awesome.
It was super fun. And yeah, I just always loved being in the athletic world, just like practicing, working hard, and being in a team environment.
So what made you switch over and go exclusively to softball?
I just have played softball longer, and I just really, I don't know, I just fell in love with the game. It's just super fun. There's so many different aspects that you can learn and grow in, and just having like a large team, because in high school our team wasn't as big as the team we have here, but just having a large team of built-in best friends is super fun.
Why did you choose Utah Tech?
Utah Tech was my dream school ever since I was in middle school. It was a D2, Dixie State. I wanted to stay in Utah, and my grandma lives here.
Okay.
And so I was down here in St. George a lot growing up. I just love the area. Just love, like, there's the palm trees, but then it's still close to home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just have always loved St. George, Utah.
And it's warm.
And it's warm.
Not the last couple of days, but it's warm.
Yeah, it is super warm.
All right, so this week coming up, you've got Tarleton at home, doubleheader on Friday, then you wrap it up on Saturday, then you head to BYU next Tuesday. So you got a good 4 games coming up.
Yeah, tough 4-game stretch. They're all good. Tarleton's good. They beat Grand Canyon 2 out of 3 and had chances to beat Grand Canyon all 3 times. They swing it really well, and they pitch it just well enough to beat you. Yeah. So we got our work cut out for us, and then going on the road to BYU is always a good test for us.
Yeah. So talk about this 4-game stretch, including going back north to take on the Cougars.
Where you will have all of Draper there.
Yeah, all of Draper will be there. I am super excited. My family gets to come down almost every weekend. We play here at home, which is super fun. We'll have our work cut out for us, but I think we have a good chance, if we play well, to be able to beat Tarleton. I always like to say any team is beatable, and every team is also, you're able to lose to them as well.
4 wins in the last 6 games. Might as well go 7 in the last 9, and then 8 of the last 10 after Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for coming in, and good luck this weekend and Tuesday in Provo.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, the story in baseball when we come back.
If you haven't seen Utah Tech University lately, chances are you haven't seen it at all. With hands-on polytechnic learning across 300 academic programs, 30 new and renovated state-of-the-art facilities, the most affordable university tuition in the state, and 300 days of sunshine. Why look anywhere else? Discover why Utah Tech was recently named one of Education Magazine's 10 prominent universities and colleges to watch. Join us and experience the active learning, active life difference at Utah Tech.
And welcome back. Time to talk Trailblazer baseball now with head coach Chris Pfatenhauer and senior first baseman Aaron Perez. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, you got a 4-game homestand coming up. You have 3 against Utah Valley Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then you're here on Tuesday with BYU. So you haven't played in 9 days. The last game you played was a week ago Tuesday, and you beat the Utes on your home field, 12-8. Just talk about that game and getting a win over a Big 12 rival.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, we beat Utah and BYU a couple times earlier in our Division I transition, but we played exceptionally well that day. Gave up some runs late in the bullpen, but the way we handled the bats, phenomenal. The way our starting pitching handled everything was really good.
Yeah, and Aaron, you got a couple RBI in that game as well.
Yeah.
So just talk about playing a team from the Big 12 on your home diamond and getting the win and it being a state rival.
I mean, it's fun. Every time they come down here, the goal is to win. And I think it definitely brings the best out of us when we got a Big 12 school here and makes us compete very well.
Well, you sweep the Wolverines Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then you get the win over BYU. Already beat them in Provo a couple weeks ago. You're undefeated state champs.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do to get there, but I mean that's the plan. And ultimately, every weekend in conference, we just want to win a series. That's what we talk about: is you string together series wins, and you got a chance at the end. And so, 1 game at a time, 1 inning at a time, 1 pitch at a time.
You've only played 3 WAC games, and all 3 of those were at California Baptist. Every other team in the conference has played 6.
Yeah, we had the bye last week.
Yeah.
When some teams moved, it was actually Stephen F. Austin that transitioned into the Southland Conference in June. The conference didn't reboot our schedule, so we kind of had an open weekend to try and fill. We weren't able to. So we loaded up some games early, and we've got a lot of experience under our belt because of that. And so, but we got some chasing to do now in the conference.
And playing so many non-conference games and some good competition, Aaron, how does it feel like it's prepared you guys to make a run for the WAC title?
I think we're very prepared. Like you said, we played good schools this far, so the goal is just keep working and taking it day at a time.
All right, you are batting .348 right now. You lead the team in RBI with 29. Just talk about your play as a senior and a senior leader on this team, and the younger guys are expecting some stuff out of you.
Yeah, I think just being a senior and having the experience, I just try to be my best every day and have the younger guys learn.
All right, Coach, you'll agree with this. And Aaron, you got a knack for the dramatics, man. Against Portland, ninth inning down 6-4, top of the ninth, bases were loaded, and then you step up to the plate. Watch.
Fly ball deep into right center field. Mensch is giving chase. He's at the warning track and gone! A grand slam for Utah Tech. And they take an 8-6 lead here in the top of the ninth inning.
And Aaron, that was the game winner. Just talk about that moment.
I mean, it was bases loaded, 1 out. The only thing I had in mind was don't hit a ground ball. I know fate was going to chew me out if I hit a ground ball, so I did my best just to try to put the ball in the air, and the rest is history. I mean,
would you have chewed him out?
We don't like dull plays. We don't like dull. We talk a lot as an offensive group, just about giving ourselves a chance. Don't give them 2 outs, you know. And we hit a fly ball, even if that, I mean, his responsibility, and I told him before, just get us 1 run.
Yeah.
You know, just get us 1 closer, hit a sac fly, get the ball in the air, get the ball in the outfield. But he did a great job, yeah.
However,
and the ball was not flying in Portland.
It wasn't.
Either. Yeah, the ball was not flying very well, so he hit
flew
that ball
just
well.
enough.
Yeah.
That's not the only time this season that you have had a flair for the dramatics. At California Baptist, tied at 2, this time top of the 10th, and you step up to the plate again.
Singles in the 2nd and 8th. Ground out, strikeout, high fly ball is gone in right field. Utah Tech's got the lead back, 3-2. Well, that ball got out of here in a hurry from Aaron Perez.
All right, so a grand slam in the top of the 9th, a solo shot in the top of the 10th, both to win the game. Kind of getting a reputation, Aaron.
Hey, yeah, I mean, it feels good. Definitely feels good. But I do it for my team. We want to win, and that's what we go out there and do every day, try to win.
Yeah, and you're second on the team in home runs behind, I believe, Hunter Katsky.
Yeah, he got one last Tuesday. So.
Yeah, so just talk about the confidence you feel for this guy when there's you got to get a hit and he steps up.
Yeah, he's done a great job. You know, the numbers don't reflect last year, the kind of offensive player he was, and we knew that. He battled a wrist injury at one point, a foot injury, and both those things hindered. He was really hot early. Those injuries hindered him during the middle of the year. We didn't take him out of the lineup because we needed his glove.
Yeah.
That's one thing that doesn't show up all the time. I mean, he's the best defensive first baseman we've ever had, and we couldn't take him out of the lineup from a defensive standpoint. And then he got going again late when he got healthy again. So we expected big things. He had a great fall. I mean, hit 8 or 9 home runs in the fall, really got it going. And so he's really stayed within himself. You know, a lot of times seniors will get a little, want to do too much. And especially, you know, we've struggled the last couple of years, you know, and we have a pretty good team, and we had high expectations. And sometimes a Katsky and a Perez, guys that there's some weight on their shoulders will try and do too much, and they really stay within themselves, and he's done a nice job.
And you talk about the best first baseman you've ever had. This guy can stretch out and dig one out of the dirt. And I guess Utah, you've had a couple at home this year that I've seen. So, I mean, you have to do the splits, basically. So, I mean, do you work on that? Do you do extra stretching, or is that just a normal thing?
I mean, if you tell me to do the splits right now, I can't do them. But with the adrenaline, with the game, with just everything going on, it just naturally happens.
I mean, he is what you want out of a first baseman.
Very gifted at first base. So.
He takes a couple for the team, doesn't he? Yeah. All right, Aaron, talk about, growing up Santa Ana, California, right?
Yeah.
Talk about that, your family life, and what made you choose to come to Utah Tech. Because you've been to a couple of different places.
Yeah, so I grew up with 3 brothers. Currently just had a little sister, but just growing up, me and my brothers, we've always played sports. And as the second oldest, I have my younger brothers follow me with the baseball path. And yeah, I mean, and then why I chose Utah Tech, I mean, Skip, he really believed in me. And when I came out and visited, I mean, Utah Tech has everything you need to be successful. So I was like, I think I want to go there.
Yeah, and you went to Bakersfield and Cypress, correct?
Yes.
And so you came here. It's a lot prettier. I mean, there's some
Oh,
pretty
so
spots,
much
but
more
it's
pretty.
pretty here.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to like the warm weather. And the crowds have been so much better this year than they have in the past. And you've got to enjoy that, knowing that the crowds are coming out. This week it's Defend Your Diamond weekend against Utah Valley. So just talk about the support that you guys have received this year.
Yeah, we love it. We love seeing our fans there. We love seeing our stadium packed, and having that support, you know, makes us want to play harder and win for our fans.
Yeah. All right, so you got a 3-game series against Utah Valley, an in-state team. Always a great battle.
Great.
You know, they've kind of got the better of you the last year or so, right? So it's your turn.
Yeah, our first year in Division I, we swept them. They went through a coaching change. The next year, I think, is a pretty even year. We won the series the following year, and then last year they swept us all 4 games, and it wasn't close, to be honest with you. I mean, they took it to us, but you know, we've talked a lot, and Aaron, I mean, we're a different team right now.
You are.
And we like our starting pitching a lot. We've got some clutch gene in us, like we've talked about with Aaron, and we just want to get after it. We want to win a series and keep this thing going.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Bruce Hurst Field. And then you got BYU on Tuesday. And I want to ask you, when you play a team like BYU, the Big 12, is there an added sense of urgency or excitement when you got them, especially coming into your on your home diamond? Because you already beat them in Provo for the first time ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely excitement, but I think with our club, with our group of guys, I mean, we could be anyone.
Okay. Keep it going, will you?
Thank you. Appreciate you having us.
State championship's going to be decided this
Thanks,
week.
Rod.
All right, Aaron, Coach, thank you. Again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against Utah Valley, then Tuesday at home against the BYU Cougars. Thanks for watching Trailblazer Baseball and Softball. See you next time.